Hey y'all, what up? This is Just That Dude and this is Just That TV, and I am here to talk about Catfish Season 5 Episode 3, Leah and Justin. Okay, now the show starts off with this young lady named Leah. She's 19 years old. She lives in New York. You know, she's been talking to this dude named Justin who is 24. He lives in Cali for about 2.5 years now. And basically, you know, it's just like, it's kind of a classic Catfish story. You know, everything is gonna always be the same. Basically, she was like the ugly duckling growing up. You know, she didn't have friends or whatever like that. And she says she kind of likes Justin because now, you know, she has blossomed into this beautiful swan and he don't really know about her past or whatever like that. So basically it's like starting anew. He the first dude who's, you know, treated her like she was something, and you know, she's fallen for him over these 2.5 years. You know, she says that she really likes him. He is something that she has never experienced before. You know, she's sprung like a motherfucking spring chicken. She in it who in it for her book. But you know, there's just these problems. She don't understand why Justin is not trying to video chat with her. You know, she says that she's tried to video chat with him before, but he was like, you know, I can't video chat and I don't have a computer with a webcam on it. And, you know, just giving her all type of bullshit. And you know, she's basically like dedicating her life to Jason. Like, she's thinking about moving out to Cali to go to college so she can be closer to Jason and everything, y'all. Like, she is really devoted. And she says like she went out to Cali, her and her mom went out to Cali so they can look at colleges or whatever like that. She told Justin that she was going to be out in Cali or whatever like that, and he planned to meet up with her. But when she got there, you know, he kind of never showed, blew her the fuck off. Then she stated that she once was in Vegas and told him that she was going to be in Vegas and he planned on coming out to Vegas to meet her. And when she got out to Vegas, he had all these excuses about how his car wouldn't make it out there and it was overheating and all this other bullshit. So, you know, she just over, you know, she wants answers. So she contacts Catfish and let Catfish know. So, Neve and Max go out there to meet her or whatever like that. And when they pull up, her ass sitting on the motherfucking side porch or whatever, like she just cool and shit. She just like, they like, oh, they go her, hey. She like, hey. You know, like she was just, it was too motherfucking funny. And, you know, whatever, like that. They go up in the motherfucking house, start chatting about the whole little situation. Now, somebody asked her, like, okay, well, have you asked him if he had a Facebook or whatever? And she was like, no, you know, like, I kind of keep my Facebook private. It's just for my family or whatever. So it never crossed my mind to ask him if he had a Facebook. I was like, bitch, 2.5 years, for real, but whatever. So then one of them pointed out about her tattoos or whatever. And she was like, they was like, okay, well, are you getting some tattoos because of him? Because he got a lot of tattoos. And she was like, yeah, kinda, you know, like, I want to be his type. And I was like, you know, dumbass bitch, like, what the fuck? You getting tattoos for some motherfucking nigga you don't even know? Like, who ain't never motherfucking video chatted you, ain't never motherfucking talked to you? Like, what the fuck? Like, bitch. So they was like, okay, bitch, well, that's all we motherfucking need to know, bitch. You stupid. So what we gonna do is give us a little information. We gonna go look this shit up. So they go fucking look all this information up. They start with his phone number. They put his motherfucking phone number in the little phone number lookup shit. And some lady named Rita pops up. Same last name, same city, everything, you know, it checks out. So they're like, okay, this might could be his mom. So they was like, okay. Oh yeah, because I forgot to admit, I forgot to say that when they was talking to motherfucking Leah, they asked her to go on his Facebook so they could see how he looks. And he blocked her motherfucking ass from Facebook. And this bitch was distraught. She was just like, I mean, blocked her ass from Instagram. She was distraught. She was just like, oh my gosh, like, we were just talking this morning, like, he sent me a smiley face. Like, I did tell him that I was going to write you all, but I didn't think it was going to be like this. Like, oh my gosh. And I was like, damn, bitch, like, what the fuck? So when they was in a little coffee shop or whatever, they looked his ass up on Instagram. And they seen that fucking he was tagged, like people had tagged him in like Instagram posts or whatever like that. So they was like, okay, well, you know, he's getting tagged, so maybe this is his real page. So they was like, okay, well, this bitch didn't do it, so let's search him on Facebook. So they searched his ass on Facebook, and he pops up on Facebook. So they was going through all his pictures and shit. This bitch told them that the only thing she really knew about him is that he had a friend named Todd. So, you know, as they going through Facebook, they seeing like he with people and his tags or whatever like that, and they see Todd. So they was like, okay, well, maybe this is his real Facebook, so here go Todd or whatever like that. So everything is seeming legit. Like, they just like, okay, well, maybe this is who she is talking to. So they like, okay, well, if this is who she talking to, why is he playing around with me and her? Like, what the fuck is going on? So they was like, okay, well, wait a second, look here. He talking to some bitch on here named Jamie. So they like, okay, well, who the fuck is Jamie? Jamie writing this nigga talking about some, hey, you handsome and shit like that. He like, thanks, boo, I know. You know, some little shit like that or whatever like that. So they was like, okay, well, fuck this shit. We gonna motherfucking message Todd and we gonna message Jamie. So fucking Todd, he calls back. Neve missed the motherfucking phone call. Neve always misses somebody fucking phone calls. But he called them back. He called Todd back. And Todd was just basically like, what's up? You know, yeah, he's real, whatever. This is his real Facebook and every fucking thing like that. Is my friend. And he was like, but I've never heard of no bitch named Leah. Like, who the fuck is that? And they was like, oh, well, I mean, he's been talking to her for 2 years. You never heard her? He was like, no, like, I don't even know this bitch. Like, who is she? Or whatever like that. So they was like, okay, well, that's very interesting. But thanks, you know, bye. So they fucking get off the phone with him, and I think like a couple minutes motherfucking later, Jamie writes them on Facebook like, oh my god, call me. This bitch wanted her camera time. She was so thirsty. She was like, call me, yes. So they calls her or whatever like that, and they get her backstory, and she was like, yeah, like, we met off Instagram, and we've been talking for a good little motherfucking minute or whatever like that. Like, Jamie made it seem like that was her boo, like, for real. And they was like, okay, well, it's funny because we're doing a motherfucking episode of Catfish, and basically we have the same young lady with the same story as you that he's talking to. She's trying to meet with him. This bitch was like, oh my gosh, like, she's like, that really hurts. Like, that is some mess. Like, I'm so jelly. Like, I was like, girl, like, what the fuck is you talking about? She was mad. She was hurt. She was distraught. She was like, you know, he told me that it was us forever. You know, like some bullshit like that. So they was like, oh, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but we gotta go because, bitch, you're not our priority. So they get off the fucking phone with her, head back to motherfucking Leah, tell Leah every motherfucking thing. Leah just sad, she hurt, she distraught, she don't understand like why he lying and why he going through all of this. Like, she just don't get it or whatever like that. So they was like, okay, well, we just gonna call this nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, fuck it. So Neve go off and calls him, and he was like, yeah, what's up? He was like, yeah, this is Neve from Catfish. He was like, yeah, I knew you'll be calling because my nigga Todd told me that you was looking for me. And he was like, yeah, I mean, we got Leah trying to meet you. He was like, well, I'm not trying to meet her. Like, I don't want to meet her on these terms. I want to meet her when I'm ready to meet her, and I don't want to be a part of y'all TV show, so stop calling my phone. Basically what he wanted to say. And he hung up with her, you know, get off the phone or whatever like that. So Neve was like, okay, well, he said he didn't want to meet you and he didn't want to be a part of our TV show, but fuck all of that because we need the ratings. So we gonna run up on his ass. You ready? You down, bitch? And she was like, I've never stood up for myself before. I mean, I guess, let's go, ride or die. And I'm like, so they fucking went out to Cali or whatever like that, and like, bitch, soon as they didn't motherfucking stop. They didn't get no Starbucks. They didn't get no McDonald's. Bitch, they didn't motherfucking go check into their room, put their luggage in. No, bitch, like, soon as they motherfucking got out of the plane onto the motherfucking street, hit the motherfucking Uber or the motherfucking rental car, bitch, they went straight to his motherfucking house. It's like, you know, get a man a heads up or something, but they didn't give a fuck. So they fucking got there, whatever. Neve was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go without the cameras because, you know, it can be a little bit too much for him. So I'm gonna go without the cameras and see what motherfucking happens, see if I can bring him out. So Neve went and walked up to the motherfucking door, knocked on the door. Some nigga named Joe answered the door. And he was like, what's up, blah, 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 blah. What's up? Where Justin at? So he was like, well, Justin's not here. And he was like, oh, well, I have Leah out here to meet him. And this one was weird. Because Joe was like, okay, well, can I meet Leuh? And he was like, yeah. So Joe came out to meet Leuh. Come to find out, Joe is fucking Justin's dad. And he met Leuh, whatever like that. And what he made it seem like is that Justin never talked about Leuh, so he didn't know anything about Leuh. So I was thinking to myself, like, if you don't know nothing about Leuh, why the fuck did you want to meet her? So I don't know, like, it just was weird. That shit just puzzled me for a little bit. But I was like, whatever. He was like, you know, whatever, I'm gonna let Justin know that you came by. You know, you're a cute girl. I don't know why he's hiding you. So they fucking was like, okay, well, I don't know what to do at this point. It was like, send him a little message and let him know, like, we're here, we're trying to meet him. So she sent him a message. She don't hear shit. The next day come about, they still puzzled, trying to figure out what the fuck they want to do. So Neve was like, okay, well, fuck it, like, let's just call Todd again. Shit, like, Todd, he talks, like, let's call him. So they called Todd and whatever, and Todd was like, they told him the situation. Todd was like, okay, well, I mean, I just left him like 30 minutes ago, like, we was surfing and shit. So, I mean, he probably still at the beach if y'all want to go down there and meet him. And I was like, Todd, if I see you, bitch, I would beat your motherfucking ass, because why the fuck is you giving off my location to people I'm not trying to motherfucking meet up with? What type of person do that? Like, bitch, you supposed to be my friend, like, you about to catch these hands, like, what's up? So they fucking go down to the motherfucking beach, and they see Justin ass sitting there. They run up on him and was like, what's up? It's us. Oh, he looked like, damn, like, what the fuck? And she was like, hi, hey. And he fucking, like, switched like, bitch. He just flipped. He was like, hey, oh my gosh, and gave her a hug and shit. And I was like, well, he fake. Like, he fake as fuck. Like, bitch, a minute ago you didn't want to see this bitch. Now you hugging her? Like, what the fuck? So they was like, okay, yeah, sorry to pop up on you like this, but I mean, she wanted to see you, so what's up? He was like, I just didn't want to meet her under these circumstances. Like, I've seen your show before, and I've seen what it can do to people, and I didn't want to be painted in like a negative, basically, like, he didn't want to be painted in like a negative motherfucking light around the show or whatever, and he was nervous to meet her. And my whole thing was, everything that he was fucking saying just, I don't know, something just didn't add up. Like, it just sounds stupid. Like, he was basically fucking playing like he was a fucking punk ass dude. Like, it just was irritating as fuck. Like, you can see in his face, me, I don't know if everybody else can see it, but I'm a good motherfucking judge of character, bitch. I read a motherfucker in a minute. And his whole demeanor and the way he was talking and his facial expressions was just so whack. It was just so playerish. Like, oh, like it was just so, like, fake as hell. Like, he was fake as fuck. Making excuses for every fucking thing, talking about the reason that he didn't meet up with her when she came out to Cali is because he had a girlfriend at the time and he didn't want to disrespect his girlfriend or some bullshit like that, but you was talking to her for 2 motherfucking years. Then talking about the whole Vegas shit was true, like his car really couldn't motherfucking make it or whatever like that. But I'm like, okay, but you didn't motherfucking, why didn't you video chat with her? Like, why don't you call her on a motherfucking regular basis if you're supposed to, like, really like her the way you say you do? Like, what about all of those times? They brought up Jamie's ass and he basically denied the whole motherfucking thing and was just like, oh, well, me and Jamie is just friends. Like, I never made it like that serious with her or whatever like that. Like, we wasn't talking like that and all this other shit. And I was just like, girl, like, fuck him. Like, walk the fuck off, because this dude is sitting here playing motherfucking games. He lying first of motherfucking all. He think it's a fucking joke and he think he a motherfucking player. Like, oh, douchey ass motherfucker. Like, yeah, you cute, but what? Like, don't nobody care. Like, bitch, like, he was playing the fuck out of her, like, for real. Then he was buttering her up the whole motherfucking time, like, kept on calling her cute and all this other shit, talking about some, oh, but why wouldn't I want to see a pretty thing like that? Like, it was just so corny and so motherfucking whack. Like, bitch, I was not buying it at all. This bitch was buying it, and the one person who wasn't buying it either was motherfucking Max. Nigga, Max read his ass for his motherfucking rights. Like, you need to motherfucking let her know why you did what you did. And he was like, well, I don't owe y'all anything. And he was like, well, you owe her a fucking explanation on why you been lying to her. Like, you don't seem genuine at all. Like, this don't even seem real or whatever like that. So he was getting mad and shit like that and fucking, like, talking all that yin yang. And I was on Max's side like, yeah, for real, because you seem fake as fuck. Like, he was just so playerish. Like, it was just so weak to me. Like, it was just, I don't even like it. And Max was like, bitch, basically, like, he was like, I don't need y'all here co-signing or whatever. Like, that's why I didn't even want to do this. And Max was like, okay, well, I'm sorry to say, but Leuh is kind of a pushover. And I ain't about to motherfucking sit here and let you motherfucking dog her ass out because your player ass is trying to do that right now. Like, basically, that's what he wanted to say. And I was feeling Max because I'm like, that's what the fuck you trying to do. Like, for real, for you taking her motherfucking kindness for weakness and you trying to play the fuck out of her. Like, for real, because you ain't saying something. Like, me, my motherfucking opinion, I felt like dude had the motherfucking girlfriend and he probably was still talking to the motherfucking girlfriend. He didn't want to be on the motherfucking show because he didn't want his girlfriend to find out that he was talking to this bitch for 2 motherfucking years while he was with her. Because I bet 25 he was with that girlfriend for a good little motherfucking minute and he was talking to Leuh on the motherfucking side and he didn't want his girlfriend to find out. Why? Because he probably still was with his motherfucking girlfriend. That's my thing, bitch. I'm telling you, that's what I think. But what the fuck ever, they fucking sit there and talk. He still was buttering her ass up, talking about some they gonna get married and all this other bullshit, and they was all hugged up and shit, and I was like, bitch, what the fuck ever. And come to fucking find out 2 months later, they still talking, they still motherfucking happy. She about to move out to fucking Cali, but she was like, I don't know, Justin still haven't said that he's we're boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, but I don't know, like, we just have to see where things is. And you know, he said everything was cool or whatever like that, and he gonna send them invitations to the wedding, and he promised he ain't gonna disappear when she come move down there or whatever. I was like, what the fuck ever, boy, goodbye. But whatever, y'all, that was my review for Catfish. Let me know what y'all think. Put that thumbs up, no. Click that thumbs up button. Make sure y'all share this video on all y'all social medias. And make sure you hit the subscribe button somewhere down there. Just click it one good time for YouTube. Alright? Okay, so till next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.